This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on 39 Dunedin News, organisers of a national surfing competition call for safety improvements at St Clair. Delays continue along Portobello Road as resealing work is carried out one section at a time. And we'll find out why a Christchurch-based artist has decided to make Dunedin her temporary home. Good evening, Dunedin. I'm Rebecca Dupree. The National Surfing Championships are being held in Dunedin for the first time in 5 years. There are 20 different divisions from junior through to senior, as well as a range of boards on the waves. Organisers say the event has been running smoothly, but they hope permanent changes can be made to the St Clair Esplanade for safety reasons.
Conditions were calm at St Clair today, with a 1.5 metre swell, giving competitors in the National Surfing Champs some tidy waves. There hasn't been any major upsets so far out on the water, but organisers want to make sure competitors return next time the event is held in Dunedin.
The only problem we've had is around about the high tide mark. We've had to call it off and go on hold a few times because of the dangerous situation, but apart from that, everything's run real smoothly.
Because of changes made over a decade ago to the Esplanade wall, dangerous conditions have been created at high tide. Surfers want a permanent solution to be found.
But I would think if something happens, like a temporary or a permanent ramp gets put in for people to enter and exit the water, then they won't hesitate to come back, as long as the safety situation doesn't get any worse in the next 5 years.
And Higgins has advice for people entering the water after the championships are finished.
If you're not an intermediate or expert surfer, I would recommend not surfing out St Clair unless it's very low tide, like right on low tide. And then for the experienced surfers and the advanced surfers that do choose to surf at the higher tide, they need to be entering and exiting the bit by the pool. You've got to scramble up the rocks, but that is the safest spot to get in, not try and attempt to go up the 2 sets of stairs that are left.
There's only one more day of competition left, and all of the big names have progressed through the semis into the finals. And for the South Coast board riders, this year marks its 50th Jubilee, and they'll be celebrating during Waitangi weekend. Dee Karen, 39 Dunedin News.
Dunedin City Council work to reseal sections of Portobello Road is continuing to delay traffic. It isn't clear how long the work will take, but disruptions are likely as sealers put down one section at a time. Traffic is restricted to one lane while each side of the road is resealed. Summer conditions are ideal for the work to be carried out. The St Clair Hot Salt Water Pool has reopened today. The pool was closed on Tuesday following damage caused by an electrical fault. The water temperature may be slightly cooler than usual as the pool heating system starts up. Repair work is continuing in the plant room and will take several days to complete. An emerging Christchurch-based artist has found herself looking for ideas and inspiration in Dunedin as part of a summer residency. The Blue Oyster Art Gallery is welcoming Ana Iti to the city to see what she can produce.
Interacting with the physical space is an important element of Ana Iti's drawing practice. She's in Dunedin for the next month for a summer residency. It gives her an opportunity to reflect on her ideas and expand on them.
So especially outside of the art market, I get to experiment and do things that I don't usually get to do in my everyday sort of practical life.
She's only been here for a week and her work is still in the planning stages, but already she's playing with the elements of the gallery's layout.
I saw the floor plan which Chloe sent to me, but seeing the physical space has been really, really helpful, and I think that my idea of how to approach it really changed a lot, spending time in the gallery as well.
Iti is staying in Broad Bay thanks to the Castleberg Trust and says the experience helps her to make new connections.
It's a really lovely opportunity to, especially in Dunedin, being from Christchurch, to take time away from the art scene that I live in usually, and make connections with new people in a new place.
Gallery director Chloe Gagan says providing space and time for the artists is important, but that's not all they do.
We also spend a lot of time with the resident, kind of hosting them, showing them around Dunedin, and sending them off to different institutions. We're so lucky in Dunedin to have numerous museums and archives and galleries.
Iti is the first artist in residence this year and will be the first exhibitor at the gallery at the end of her 3 weeks. Dee Karen, 39 Dunedin News.
Still to come on 39 Dunedin News, local businesses enjoy a positive start to the new year, but will it continue? And we're on the streets to find out how busy you've been over the summer break.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell menswear, it fits.
The team at Caltex North care more about you than just putting fuel in your tank. They care about you and your family. At the Caltex Valley Workshop, the skilled service team care about your safety, extending the life of your car and helping you live more economically. There's a range of modern equipment to give comprehensive warranty fitness checks and servicing to your vehicle. Come visit your only local in North East Valley and receive 10% off when you book your warrant and service together. That's your friendly Caltex Valley Workshop, 134 North Road, or book online at caltexvalley.co.nz.
Chiropractic care is a drug-free way of sorting out stress and pain by getting your spine in line with body and brain. At Mosgiel Chiropractic and Wellbeing, we provide family chiropractic care. Feel taller, lighter and brighter. Call Mosgiel Chiropractic and Wellbeing today, 484-7272.
It has no arms, no legs, has a drill in its mouth up to 8 hours a day and still never complains. It's one of 72 mannequin torsos in our new $3.8 million dental simulation lab. The first and only facility of its kind in New Zealand. My name is Nikki Rose Coltolaro and this is my place in the world.
Take your place in the world.
Mobility scooters Otago. Mobility scooters, new and used, electric manual wheelchairs, strollers and walkers. Free home demonstration and delivery. Call Tony on 03 455 2875 or visit our showroom, 211 Canudwood Street, opposite Westpac.
Get along to the Wings and Wheels Open Day, Sunday the 17th of January at Taieri Airfield. With over 600 historic vehicles on display, plus vintage and modern planes, loads of free kids entertainment, plane and helicopter rides, demos, stalls, delicious food and live music. That's Wings and Wheels Open Day 2016.
McClellan Refrigeration is your one-stop shop for heat pumps in Dunedin. We have a range of heating, air conditioning and refrigeration solutions. We also have 20 years experience. McClellan Refrigeration, call us on 477 0088.
At your locally owned and operated Veggie Boys store, we've got fresh produce daily, fruit, veggies and more. Competitive prices are just one of the reasons people come to us in all seasons. Convenient locations and friendly crew, Veggie Boys Dunedin, come try something new. Stores in the north, the south, be our guest, Centre City as well to serve you the best. Daily specials on produce that are hard to beat, all tasty and healthy and all good to eat. Don't forget we've also got your milk, bread and meat. Veggie Boys Dunedin, you're guaranteed a treat.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Here's something else to look forward to sinking your teeth into every weekend with the Otago Daily Times, The Weekend Mix, your guide to what's hot in fashion, entertainment, food and more. New weekend magazine in your ODT. Pick up your copy this Saturday.
Welcome back. Retail spending using electronic cards exceeded $6 billion for the first time in December, the highest ever monthly figure. However, Statistics New Zealand report, after adjusting for seasonal effects, retail spending was down 0.2%. There were significant falls in durables, down 21 million, but a rise in hospitality, which was up 13 million. Busy trading over the Christmas period has given local businesses a positive start to the new year. Otago Chamber of Commerce Chief Executive Dougal McGowan is here to discuss the figures. Good evening.
Hi.
How did Christmas spending go in Otago compared to previous years?
Yeah, look, it's been really positive. If we look at Christmas Eve and Boxing Day just by themselves, $24 million worth spent on those 2 days alone. A large increase in the volume there, 270,000 transactions on Christmas Eve, relating to $15 million, which was up over 7.5% on year spend. Boxing Day, $9 million. That was the third highest increase spend year on year in New Zealand, and that was up 14.4%. So good numbers there. Throughout the whole month, figures of about 307 million was spent on using FPOS. Of that though, that was an increase too of about 8%, but of that 151 million of that was on credit cards. So there is a bit of caution in there as well.
Are local businesses feeling happy at the moment?
I've spoken to a few this week, once returning from holiday. Two said that they have had the best period of Boxing Day that they have ever had in their large chain stores. A third one I spoke to today said he's on his best year in 20 years in retail, highest figures in 20 years to date.
What do you think is behind the increased spending?
Oh, look, there could be a number of reasons. One is that maybe people could be planning better for them. Two, oil prices are down, that could be another effect. We have had positive data for the second year in a row about the number of full-time employed equivalents that we have. That's increased by over 700 this year in Dunedin. And also we have an increased population by over 1,000 within the region, so that's year on year as well. So that's all good news moving forward for Dunedin.
That's quite a large number with the jobs, 700 new positions. Do we know what industries they're occurring in?
Yeah, so that's full-time equivalent positions, so there may be several part-time positions that make that number up. Obviously tourism is going to be one of those, large increases there. A variety of different places make that up.
Now, did the fact that some stat days could be observed either on the weekend day that they fell or on a Monday cause any confusion anywhere?
We haven't heard of any so far. I think people got to grips with that pretty well. They sought information early. One of the things that we are hearing though is that businesses are talking well with their staff about the process, and that's that it's being done through consultation in most cases, and because businesses are really aware about their staff welfare too. You know, we keep talking about health and safety and we focus on the safety aspect. Some of those safety issues come up because people haven't had the chance to be healthy and well because they have worked too many hours and those sorts of things. So people are now more aware of those than what they were in the past.
Now, the opening week of the global share markets resulted in a few drops. What's going on there?
Three factors probably really. One is some concerns about growth in China. Second one is the revaluation of the Chinese currency 8 days in a row, and of course the oil prices dipping quite considerably. So all of those factors have had a major effect. So for example, the Dow Jones has probably had its worst start to a year in 80 from what I understand. Trading in China was ceased on 2 occasions. One was after a 7% drop in 30 minutes and they stopped trading. So.
It's been a busy week for them.
It has.
And you touched on the fall in dairy prices. How's that going to affect farmers?
Oh look, primary producers are doing it tough. It's not just the dairy farmers. Lamb prices are down as well for the weights. The one bright point there is forestry is up, and of course with the downturn in share market, gold prices are up. But it's been a really tough year for primary producers. The next dairy milk payout information is due on the 19th. People are going to be watching that pretty closely because that will affect the payout amounts that people are going to be predicting based upon the bank figures. So it's a really important time and we hope that it reverses that trend of the last two where it's gone down again, and hopefully it'll go back up.
And the drought that is expected to continue will probably have a bit of a negative effect on a lot of farmers in the area too.
Yeah, well that's affecting the weight of the lambs particularly. Their prices are down quite considerably on last year, particularly with having to sell off more in the Marlborough region as well, but it is affecting Southland and northern Southland. I've just, up until earlier this week, I was on holiday in Te Anau, and there are water restrictions in Te Anau, in Fiordland. Now, who would have ever thought of that in our time?
Otago Chamber of Commerce Chief Executive Dougal McGowan, thanks very much for your time.
Thanks very much.
After the break on 39 Dunedin News, we find out what kind of activities have kept you busy over the holidays, and we'll take a look at local surf conditions.
Help delay the signs of ageing with Collagen Plus from Silberhorn. Collagen Plus helps supplement your body's own natural production of collagen, giving you firmer, healthier, younger looking skin, shinier, healthier hair and stronger nails. It's restoring your beauty from within, and it's great value. 3-month supply, that's 180 capsules, is just $98. We'll pay the courier charge to you, and we'll give you a luxurious face cream as well, beauty from the inside and the outside. Give us a call today, 0800 502 402.
Mosgiel Mowers Plus can help you with products to make your garden maintenance jobs easier. Lawn mowers, ride-ons, chainsaws, line trimmers. Sales and service are our specialty. Mosgiel Mowers Plus. Phone 489 3572 22B Gordon Road, Mosgiel.
They've got all. It's all about our customer care, great food, great coffee, and supported by some awesome staff. We think it's really important that the customers, when they come in here, have a good experience and leave wanting to come back. And I think in a nutshell, that's what the good oil is all about.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Hedges are something we almost take for granted. A good hedge needs regular maintenance to look its best and to add value and character to your property. For all your hedge care needs, call the team at SGC Services on 0800 783 453.
The team at Caltex North care more about you than just putting fuel in your tank. They care about you and your family. At the Caltex Valley Workshop, the skilled service team care about your safety, extending the life of your car and helping you live more economically. There's a range of modern equipment to give comprehensive warranty fitness checks and servicing to your vehicle. Come visit your only local in North East Valley and receive 10% off when you book your warrant and service together. That's your friendly Caltex Valley Workshop, 134 North Road, or book online at caltexvalley.co.nz.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Get along to the Wings and Wheels Open Day, Sunday the 17th of January at Taieri Airfield, with over 600 historic vehicles on display, plus vintage and modern planes, loads of free kids entertainment, plane and helicopter rides, demos, stalls, delicious food and live music. That's Wings and Wheels Open Day 2016.
Pallet fires are growing in popularity in Otago, with people who want a clean and efficient form of home heating. The sight of a burning flame without the problems of chopping, stacking and carting wood around is a winner. Pallet fires, so easy, so efficient.
Pregnant? Need to talk? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pregnancy counselling services are here to help. It's free, it's confidential. Call us now on 0800 773 462.
Welcome back. Well, this week we've been sending our Word on the Street team around the city to find out what you've been up to over the summer break. This time we asked what summer activities you've been taking part in or would recommend.
Well, we like to do a bit of swimming, but mostly of all we like walking. We walk for miles and miles.
Walks, especially if there's a steep hill involved, and maybe some steps thrown in as well.
Walking, lots of walking.
Lots of walking. Bought our hiking boots, hoping to do some tracks. Haven't figured out which ones yet, but we've got our hiking boots and our Gore-Texes, so...
Just exploring different places.
A lot of hiking.
I like to go walking, like sort of, I wouldn't say tramping, but like day walks and that sort of thing is really nice. Just enjoying the outdoors.
Yeah, so all the lookouts, beaches, buildings, the street art.
Lennox Castle. What else are we looking at doing?
We want to do the Cadbury Factory.
Cadbury Factory, all the tourist spots here.
Yeah.
We both enjoy riding our bikes, and he's going really well on his wee balance bike and that, and quite like riding motorbikes myself, and playing a bit of golf when I get the chance. So, and just doing odd jobs around the house really. So, yeah, it's always something to do.
Churches, some parks.
Swimming. Probably surfing and being in the water. And with our friends Holly and Summer. Going to the movies tomorrow.
What are you going to go see?
The new Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I like extreme sports like bungee jumping and skydiving.
I used to love going up to the Otago Boys Mount Aspiring Lodge, up in Mount Aspiring obviously with the family because Dad works up there, so we used to go up there and use it quite a lot. But now just basically swimming at the beach, doing a bit of surfing in Dunedin, chilling out.
About to head to the pool at St Clair and cool off. Yeah, so that's one of our favourite summer activities.
Different food, availing ourselves of something different from our small town.
I do enjoy going to a good restaurant and having some good wine up central. But Tunnel Beach is my favourite destination here in Dunedin. I love it. Go there quite often.
Oh, a few cold beers. Yeah, no, mostly sports. I enjoy watching most sports. So, but playing golf. I play golf every week. So, yeah.
Being social, hanging out, sleeping in till like 2 o'clock and staying up till 4.
Just going out, enjoying the day, getting a few cool things to eat. Just sort of staying in. I like staying inside more than I going out, of course, because it's just too hot.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on 39 Dunedin News. The National Surfing Championships at St Clair are nearly over, and organisers want something done about safety along the Esplanade Wall. Resealing on Portobello Road is continuing this month, with delays expected and traffic down to one lane in places. And a visiting artist is spending time in the city thanks to a residency that will enable her to grow her practice in a new direction. Well, it's time now to find out what's going to be in Friday's Otago Daily Times. And Barry's with us once again. He's in for 5 days almost this week. That'd have to be a record.
Well, possibly it is, yeah. Well, I enjoy it so much.
And you
Rebecca.
are our favourite.
Thank you for that. We start this, today with a good news story. The forestry industry in Otago received a boost with the Japanese company pouring $23 million into an Otago company. So we have details of that. So the forestry industry's had a few issues over recent years, so that's a good encouraging sign. We also have a report and pictures of a spectacular crash today, and the driver had a lucky escape. People suggested that he was very lucky to survive. So a spectacular crash. So when you see the photos, you'll understand. In our sport lift out, we talked to veteran surfer Maz Quinn, and we also have reaction to the news that Dick Tonks will continue as New Zealand's premier rowing coach.
That's all in tomorrow's ODT. Yep. Thank you, Barry.
Thank you.
And if you're planning on heading to the beach anytime soon, here are the local surf conditions.
Today the weather outside has improved significantly and the waves aren't as messy. High tide is at 7:20 p.m. with low tide earlier today around 1:30. The outside air temperature is 21 degrees and the number of swimmers at all beaches has improved compared to yesterday. The water temperature today in Dunedin reached 14.5 degrees and continuing to grow. First up down at Brighton, the swells of 1.2 metres with some strong rips and currents still visible from the water's edge. If you're going for a surf, make sure you're aware of them as these are changing as the tides change. Down at St Clair, the surf has dropped off from early in the week, but there are still some good jets rolling in. Towards the north of the club, there is a nice break forming with some good solid waves coming in. Further down at St Kilda, The wind is northeasterly, surfed around 1.5 metres, pretty safe conditions with no shore visible. The surf is around 0.5 metre, real strong onshore winds, and a few sea lines around. This evening the wind is due to pick up, so the best time of the day is probably around now.
And it's time now for local weather.
This weather report proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorns College and Plus.
And here is today's city view. It's taken of Tomahawk Beach. Looking very nice down there. And down at 3 o'clock, in fact, the temperatures 20 degrees for the central city and the gardens, 23 for the Tyree. To the situation, we can expect a humid northerly tomorrow, but over the weekend an unstable trough of low pressure will develop in the Tasman and it'll pass over the south on Sunday and Monday. To the forecast for the main towns in the lower South Island for tomorrow, sou'westers with rain easing for Invercargill, Gore and Tiana, all expecting 13 degrees. Sou'westers easing in Alexandra with some rain about and a high of 14. Sou'westers easing with some rain for Queenstown, Oamaru and Wanaka. Bit of rain later for Twizel with sou'westers, but they'll ease, a high of 16 there. And Dunedin tonight remaining fine with a low of 12. Tomorrow periods of rain developing in the morning with southerlies freshening. Rain will ease to showers in the afternoon before clearing, going for a high of 13. And on Saturday mostly fine and sunny weather with a high of 16. And to the Otago Pallet Fires tidal and fishing information, high tide tomorrow morning is at 8:45 and low tide follows at 20 to 4. And fishing conditions are still looking poor, a little bit like the weather. Don't do it. And that is local news for Thursday. We will leave you now some shots of local flora and we'll see you again. Actually, we're not going to do that. We've run out of time, so we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.